As you wake, the tadpole squirms in your skull.
Check yourself for injuries.
Other than the infection, you're more or less intact. A miracle, given everything you've been through, but it'll all be for nothing if you don't find help soon. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
Not a million miles away from level 2, to be fair. We still are going to get it, but obviously it just helps getting that XP that just a little bit earlier.
Can't slow down.
Yeah, I always jump the cliff to the right. It's not even worth it on honor mode. I think even on tactician difficulty, I jump the cliff. Like, there's just no reason to start that fight other than, like, yeah. If you know that cliff's there, always go for it. It's just like, because otherwise there's such a high chance. Like, I always just get all 4 of them before doing it, in all honesty, just to remove any like sense of like them brains trying to eat me. Just the thought of my brain getting ripped out of my skull is sort of enough for me to like not worry about it.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible?
I was hoping you might know.
I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing.
Do you have any idea where we are?
No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
We're going neutral good, neutral good. Like, we tried Dark Urge. I really like Dark Urge. Like, it is literally a game in itself. It made some stuff very, very difficult and some stuff very, very, very easy, if that makes sense. You want to stay together?
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
Let's get going.
One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
We do get our level up though, which is nice. And level 2 is obviously very, very important for us. Now, as a druid, we need to get out of level 1 immediately. It's just too painful. And then we have the sub-classes, which are just awesome. We are going to go Circle of the Moon. I was going to do Circle of the Spores. However, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's actually really good, and I'd probably recommend it over the other one. I just think as, like, if I was watching, I don't want to see someone like move 50 summons every fight, so that's why I'm going to go Circle of the Moon. Plus, as I said earlier, I really want to see how the Tavern Brawler works now, because when the game first came out and I played Druid, I don't think it actually worked correctly. It wasn't actually linked, but now it is, so it's going to be really, really cool. Plus, I want this playthrough to be, like, mega interactive, and I wanted to do a Druid for a very long time, just because there's so many animals you can talk to, there's so many small places that you can go into, and I really want to be able to experience all that, so that's going to be fun. As for prepared spells, as we said, we are going to change most of these. So we're going to go Fairy Fire, because that is pretty much... Our plan is to cast a concentration spell, get straight into our animal form. I'm not quite sure how strong it's going to be holding concentration in animal form, how it breaks in animal form, but it's going to be really, really fun to find that out. We're also going to do Long Strider because it's a ritual spell. It doesn't take any spells, so we can literally cast that, wake up in the morning, cast that on all our party members, and all our party members have plus 3 meters movement speed. When I first played, I always looked at movement speed extra, like, who cares? Like, that's lame. But, like, when you play it, you realise how important it is. It makes sure your melee people can get in straight away. And it's just... Very, very important. We're going to just speak for animals. As I said, I want to be really, really interactive here. I want to be able to do as much stuff as, like, humanly possible. So I really, really want to do that. And then we could do Entangle or Fog. Fog is a really good, actually, defensive spell. I never really looked at it like that. We can actually, like, hide people in the fog, meaning, like, then it makes stuff for the rangers or outside rangers attacking you a little bit harder. But I feel like that's a bit stronger doing just pure darkness than something like that. I might just do Enhanced Leap. Triple air creatures jumping. I'll do Entangled. I don't think we need Enhanced Leap at this point. So I'll do Entangled, and then the next level we're probably just going to instant remove that and bring in, like, Hold Person or something. So let's Hold Person. Early on is fairly... I do like Thunder Wave, but we've just... that's not what we're doing. Shadow Heart. Don't even look at me with your prepared spells. Bless. Healing Words, because I've found, like, I've got better at Baldur's Gate when I stop using, like, healing as an action and, like, only do it as a bonus action. Sanctuary, because that's always a great spell. Guiding Bolt and Inflict Wounds. I do like Create and Destroy Water, but it's a bit of a niche that we don't need early on. So that's Wild Shape. So I'll chuck that there. I do like organising things as I go on, so then the idea is go Fairy Fire, put that down, hold the concentration, go straight into whatever form. So a lot of people say to only go into the bear form, but, and I'll have to double check, but the spider form does damage, like poison damage, so actually it's quite a good DPS. Yeah, I think the problem with healing as an action is you're always then reactive. So it's like if an enemy does, 10 damage to you, for example, and then you heal 5, you're always then on the back burner, which obviously is terrible. And it's just trying to, like, get out of that to begin with. It feels really odd. Sorry, I have to reorganize these, otherwise it just bothers me far too much. And it's like wasting attack, and like you said, dealing damage is just too good, because the quicker you kill it, then you're out of the combat and you ain't got to worry. So there's a few things I'm going to do differently this time.
What's in here?
But I need to see how strong Druid is. Do not put that hat on. It's just not your colour. Doesn't bring out the colour in your eyes. But I do want to run some party members that I don't normally run.
Let's have a look.
But I want this to be a little bit more of a fluid playthrough where I keep bringing in people, kicking people out and stuff like that. Because actually there's so much great story, great voice acting. I mean, it's the reason why
There must be a settlement somewhere nearby.
I've played this game so much. And we all row with the spray upon our necks. And we all row with the spray upon our backs. And we all row with the sea beneath our feet. And the bitch queen stays the storm. Wave mother, lash us the prow. I mean, I don't think the queen's going to appreciate that song. I love saying Eldritch Blast. See, I really want to play a barbarian just so every time I go into rage, I go, I would like to rage, but like my voice can't handle it in all honesty. Just at the end of every like thing, it'd just be like really bad. This is such a sad letter. Sigh, I love you. There, I said it. If you meet me tomorrow, I'll say it again and again and keep on until we're old and grey. So let's do it. Let's go to Baldur's Gate. I know it's risky, but so staying here the last few months have been hard. And they're a little bit easier when you're there. Leave your boat and meet me at the hill overlooking the old bridge. Bring whatever you can carry. We'll make do without the rest. Don't be late. Yeah, I like having fun when I play like games like this. And I always like to challenge. I mean, I've played this already tons. Like, I've done a non-official harder challenge like this on my YouTube and whatnot, where it was like palm death, can't trade with traders, which was just insane. Like, can't sell, can't buy from traders. So I did that quite a few times. So I've done like Dark Urge quite a lot and haven't really... My Warlock I got the furthest, but I understand I made my Warlock completely wrong. Because while I do look at people's guide videos, I'm not going to be one of them people that tries to make out they don't. I do like to put my twist on it. And while I don't mind Eldritch Blast, I needed to, or I feel I needed to lean into the darkness side of it a little bit more. And I'll be honest, the attack that I lost at, I just got blown away. Make sure they run away.
More of those wretched things.
Like, I was a bit surprised. Not that I was, like, cocky confident going into it, but it was just like... Yeah. Really got... I was like these fishermen, I got mangled. If I was a cod, I got battered. If I was a chip, I got fried. If I was an egg, I'd have got scrambled. You get the idea. Yeah, and it's like this fight here. It's not worth it, especially on the harder difficulties. Up the cliff. Run like the coward. Like, nothing wrong with being a little coward. Okay, I have to jump. Oh, come on. And I need to use items more. I keep telling myself I'm going to do it, then just don't use items. I want to get into combat. I want to see how good the Druid is. More so than I can get used to how aggressive I can play with it. And it'll be nice, because the only thing about Warlocks, or at least the Warlock I made, it was very, very squishy. I mean, Lae'zel basically saved Abby Hind. But I think I might run the combination that I'm thinking of, like, running off the bat. It might be, like, Will, Gale, and Karlach, or something like that. But I am going to, like, tag people in... Mainly just to enjoy the game, like, stop just rushing to complete it. Not that I'm Russian, but you know what I mean. I'm not Russian.
What's going on with that room? Looks unstable somehow.
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
Well, if you think it's dangerous, gotta touch it.
A hand? Anyone?
Well, he asked for a hand. Slap the hand.
Perhaps I should have clarified. A helping hand. Anyone?
I love Gale. We'll do Druid Wisdom. As much as possible, I'm going to click like the Druid options just to hear all them voice lines and all them different, not the voice lines, but them different dialogue options. So let's flow some words of prayer to smooth the signal's magic. Didn't realise you could do this as a Druid as well. It's also why I took guidance on the Druid, so if I don't want Shadow Heart, it's not a big problem. Because guidance is just so powerful.
Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now a quick little pull should do the trick.
That's what she said. We're all jokesters today. Cringy ones, but jokesters nevertheless.
Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this.
At introductions?
At magic.
Yeah.
Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Norse Lloyd as well.
Never mind the Nautiloid. How did he get stuck in that stone?
I don't know what transpired exactly, but the ship broke into pieces and I suddenly found myself in freefall. As I was plummeting to certain death, I spied a glimmer quite near where I estimated my body to impact with less than savory propulsion. Recognizing this glimmer to be magical in nature, I reached out to it with a weaving of words and found myself on the other side, as it were. How about you? How did you survive the fall?
Similar thing. Similar thing. To be honest, I haven't got a clue.
Fair enough. But even so, I have the unfortunate suspicion your survival is still very much in jeopardy. Back on the ship, you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region. Were you not?
Couldn't have phrased it more repellently myself. I love that line.
No use sugarcoating it, is there? The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceramorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
I could give the knitting needle a go. I can tend to basic wounds and ailments, but alien parasites, I'm afraid not.
As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
Sounds like a plan. You're welcome to join.
Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved. Or something to that effect.
I love that.
But before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
Awesome. Welcome, Gale. We're not going to be doing anything too sexy with his builds. It's pretty much the go-to. Like, we're going into divination. I feel like it's just too strong. Evocation is really... Like, if you just want to go pure damage and you don't want to care, like, go this, because then it doesn't matter if, like, you throw out a fireball and your, like, people are there. But what I need to learn to do is to get better at just, like placement and divination. This is so strong. You roll 2 d20s at the start of the day. And if they're high, if they're low, you can make an enemy miss. You can make someone hit. You can save a saving. Like, it's so powerful. Imagine if there's a way to get, like, do this, like, 3 times. It's so, so good. But I need to remember all the scrolls that I'm picking up and just not using. I need to make sure Gale is learning them. Spells. Problem is, I don't need Long Strider because my druid is basically, my druid's whole job is to basically just be the utility person. Anything utility-wise, I've got. So, prepared spells. Okay, so I definitely want magic missiles. It's too important for too many things. Like, I know obviously we're not anywhere near there yet, but like the hag fight, I find like magic missile makes it so, so easy. Just because you can use it on all the the illusions it makes up. Although her legendary action has something to do with magic, I think. So we need to be a little bit careful, I assume. See, again, Ice Knife is really, really good. Because my Druid's got Ice Knife, but it's like I'm going to be in animal form most of the time, so then having another Ice Knife is not the worst thing in the world. Fog. No, not Sleep. Oh, Fog and Grease, they're too good. Fog I need to get better at using because it's a very good defensive spell. I've just got to get better at using it. And then Magic Missile, Ice Knife, and Mage Armor? I think Mage Armor, then I just like get that up immediately. Yeah, I'll do Mage Armor. Obviously, once I get Withers, I will respec everyone a little bit better. Until then. The thing is, I like so many of the voice actors, and I watched all the voice actors played, or sorry, all the origin voice actors. You can make fire with grease, and enemies are wet take double damage with ice spells. I didn't realise the wet, they took double damage with ice spells. That's actually handy knowing. Makes sense now you say it out loud. But I watched all the voice actors play D&D together. So it's sort of got like an affinity to like all the origin voice actors. It's like, it was so cool. Can't remember what the channel was, but it was so good to watch.
What's hiding here?
There's goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
And that's the thing, I am getting better at the game. I'll be honest, like, I do struggle using Astarion though. Who are your favourite characters then?
A mind flayer.
I really like Lae'zel. It's taken me a couple of playthroughs to get used to her. But I really like her. Like, she's really redeeming the further you go on. Who else do I like? Jaheira. I really like Jaheira. But that's because I've played like the older Baldur's Gates and whatnot.
Something's on my mind.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion.
Give in to the emotion. No. No, I should be furious.
Yes, you feel hate, and you deserve to be punished for it. You should be whipped, made to bow before this creature in shame. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it, but then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere.
Break free.
The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
It is not defeated yet, but it will be now. Well, I mean,
Death is too good for it.
Lae'zel. Well, first of all, chat, what's your like favourite characters? I think it was after the gift fight, just before you meet the Queen. And Lae'zel was on like, what, 6 health? And like saved the day, but she's like, a lot of the characters, I find if you don't like the origin characters, they have so much depth to them. It's like there's not an origin character I don't like. Like all the ones that I've struggled with, the more that you've gone into their story, I've started to really enjoy, which to me is just great storytelling. Like Gale, I do like his sarcasticness, just because I think like that's just a little bit of me. I'm gonna go get Lae'zel before. Or do I get? I can go get Astarion first. That's fine. Karlach I haven't used too much, so I would like to use her a little bit more this save. But I even like their voice lines as they're walking around. And Astarian's voice actor, Neil Newborn, is awesome. But, chat, what's your favourite characters?
Hurry. I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Of course. Easily stand back, my man.
There. Can you see it?
Just a dumb boar. You're relieved until you see the flash of a dagger.
Oh, I've never succeeded that. I think that's the first time I've ever succeeded that. If this is a robbery, you're off to a bad start, Elf.
I just need information. I saw you scuttling about on the ship. You're in league with them, aren't you? Those tentacle... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on?
It's the Mind Flayer's worm. It connects us.
The worm. Of course. That explains things somewhat. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
I'm sure we'll be able to joke about it one night over some red liquid wine. Glad to see we're all caught up now.
Indeed we are. Please, allow me to introduce myself. My name's Astarian. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
I will introduce myself. I'm from Baldur's Gate as well.
Is that so? We clearly move in different circles. So, do you know anything about these worms?
Yeah, want to hear a joke? A worm a day turns us into mind flayers today. It didn't really rhyme.
Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time.
Why would we want to control it? We need to get rid of it.
Well, yes, of course. But first things first.
Travel with me, my man.
You know, I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
Welcome to the crew.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, a lot of people are like turn him into like a ranger rogue. I've never had much luck with it, I'll be honest. Well, like, I don't know. I think the problem is how I engage with combat.
To live in more interesting times. Don't waste a step.
I don't like to, if I know a boss is coming up, I don't like to like, what's the metagame so much. That's probably the best way to say it.
Keep your distance, darling.
Not saying that anyone does. There's anything wrong with that. You have to always say stuff like that because some people get upset for no reason. Besides, I just don't like metagaming. Yeah, I think all their characters are done so well. There's so much like foreshadowing with characters. It's like, but done cleverly. So it's like that opening scene with Astarian just there, like, because obviously we know what Astarian is, but when you actually watch that, they purposely put his head just on a tilt. So if you're not looking for it, where's that boar?
Best be on my way.
Right, the boar that Astarian thought was a So, the fun thing with druids, or this spell that I haven't got to use very often, speak with animals.
Amicus animalis. discussion.
Away! Away!
Calm down, I won't hurt you.
You're all the same. Too many of my kind died because of your spears, but not me.
Druids equal bad? Question mark.
Always room for more.
But yeah, so like I was saying, so like they put Astarian's like face on a tilt a little bit. Not so much where it looks weird, but just so you can't see. Which is like really, really good. Although I've never even got into Act 3 yet. Don't ask why I'm playing on a mode. I am... Oh no, there's no way I can move that. Can any... Oh, Shadowheart. You've got the muscles, right? I am the epitome of like... Sadistic? I can't think what the word is. And I very much enjoy smashing my face at the wall over like challenges and stuff like that.
What to do?
I'm learning the hard way and stuff like that. I forgot to get this in my last... The Dark Urge. I have never had the pleasure of a one-on-one with Raphael. And I think that's another reason why I don't want to... What's the word? Why I stay away from, like, metagaming.
Moving ahead.
Don't get me wrong, I think it's cool when people are like, oh, they've made a build where they can, like, one-shot Raphael or one-shot wherever. But to me, my enjoyment comes from, like fighting, and then like everyone's dead. Lae'zel is on like 6 health, and then like smashes us through it. To me, that's like... It sounded like a bird was laughing at me then. Oh, you can see all down there. It's Balthazar that scares me on honor mode. So where I died last time was not... So you go into Shah's Gauntlet, and you go left, you go down there, and there's Balthazar. And then you go right, and then there's the level 10 that Raphael warned you about when you first go in there. That's what ended the Dark Urge, our Warlock run.
Don't mind if I do.
No, I didn't want to talk to you.
Astarian's an interesting find. Let's hope any future acquaintances don't hold a blade to your throat by way of introduction.
I'm sure Astarian has no interest in my neck. So... How about that odd little artifact?
There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
Shadowheart. I thought we were beyond this. I thought we were friends. Looking forward to fighting these brains just to see how a druid is. So I haven't really seen many people play druid on honor modes, but not that I really have time to like hunt for it. But just finding out the Tavern Brawler works with like druid now, I'm very curious. And it's just weird how you have to like plan for a build with and without Hag's Hair now.
Wicked little beasts. They'll down you in one strike.
Yeah, they will. These are wicked little beasts. Bye-bye. Nice. I always forget to do that. I can't back out.
Survival is all that matters.
Right. Sorry. Yeah, I can't really do anything. So, let's have the first look. So, I don't know if the plan is to like use all my movement first, then go into beast form, and then it's like new movement, or if it still is just one. So we've got Badger, 13 hit points. Bear, which is the tank. Cat, which is just fun. I'm going to just be messing about, meowing at people. Wolf. distract enemies. Interesting. I will have a look at all of these separate. But from my understanding so far... Does the spider not poison? I thought the spider poisoned. Unless it's different or not. Well, let's do spider first. So we can, yeah, in web. Expel a thick, flammable webbing that slows creatures within and possibly enwebs them. Then dismiss. Okay.
Time to press ahead.
And having 2 HP pools is going to be very nice for honor mode. Critical miss, very nice.
Moving.
Shadow Heart move up. It's hot. Path interrupted. Should have probably checked that. Obviously a need to get bless up or anything like that. And this is what I'm saying, this is why this is so powerful. So obviously it's going to hit. I am going to let it hit.
Knight to King 5.
Can I hit from there? Jeez. Right, Astarion. Come up this way. And shoot. Nice.
Come on. Can't stay idle.
Oh, the jump is quite good. It looked like I was going to do poison damage. At least it gave that acid effect.
What's the plan?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, I forget Sacred Flame. So Sacred Flame just doesn't need
Got to move.
line of sight. I love that you can just change dice. I'm not going to do it there though. It's not really that important. And I don't want a long rest just to get stuff back. Again, you can hit. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having a Druid. I said there was a few builds that I wanted to do. I wanted to do like Bard Warlock, but it just seems like everyone and their dog likes that. And it is very, very strong. Or fight a monk. But then I was going to have to like ditch charisma to like 8. And I just think as a face of a party, that's not great. I mean, our charisma's 10, but... At least we're not getting a minus for it. Okay, can I jump up here? Might not have the movement to actually peer over though. Oh, I do. Nice.
Perhaps our survival isn't such
I
a
just
distant
love, I can just walk around like this. Dismiss. I'm going to enjoy Druid, I can tell already. Problem is with how we're going to play Druid, it does mean there's a lot of stuff that we are going to technically miss out on.
Anything of use?
So a lot of concentration spells like Moonbeam are not really going to be that good for us. Because sadly, for whatever reason, like the concentration spells that you can like keep doing like Cool Lightning and stuff where you do it once and then every turn you can basically keep doing it as long as you have concentration. Like, and I hope they change it. They might not because it's not D&D, it's Baldur's Gate. But you can't do it in Druid form, which is disappointing, but that's fine. We can't have it all. I mean, otherwise, I suppose they would be very powerful otherwise. Okay, and then this is the beach front, so that's all cleared. Make sure we're not missing anything over there. You don't need to change your wild form in order to have dialogues with characters. It auto-disables the wild form. That's really cool. I don't like spiders is the main reason. It's the main reason I jumped out of that. I can't just stare at a spider, like it just gives me the creeps. But that's good to know, that's good to know. So at least then I don't have to waste it for the sake of it. If I'm in wild form, Can I automatically speak with animals? Or do I still have to cast speak with animals? Not that it matters, I suppose. Because they're all rituals. So, like, what I should be doing then. So the start... So I can just do this to everyone, can't I? And this is why I wanted Druid. Because I can just, like, buff everyone. At the start of every day. So at the start of every day, I literally give everyone +3 meters movement. And call animals. And I think why that's important, especially for me, is because I know my shortcomings in combat. So having that extra movement to correct my bad decisions is actually very, very handy. I've never actually come up here. Oh, that's why, because there's nothing there. So science over. I reckon that's a Starian's one. Yeah, I already love the Druid and I've only used it once. Like I said, and I will be using all the forms. I want to see how they all are. Excited. And I thought it was going to be weird having like a Dark Urge Druid. Ah! Oh, okay. Look at this. Pro gamer move. Look at that. Shadow Heart! Ruin everything. Can you get out of the fire then? Sake, Shadow Heart. Embarrassing. Oh, this is the bit for laser. We'll come this way just in case we fail. What I mean is, like, fail the checks. I'm a big organizer, by the way.
You think it's dangerous?
Laser, laser, laser.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad, twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
I'll get them out. No, don't worry. I'll get them out of here one way or another. No, rather demanding for a woman in your position. Why should I?
Your words flow to her, though you never speak them aloud.
I know what grows inside you, and I know of a cure.
Remember how keen she was to leave me to die in the Nautiloid? We can't trust her.
Shadowheart, that's a you problem, not a me problem. This creature is dangerous. Get out of here. Leave it to me. Not using Shadowheart's guidance. I've got my own. See? Druid power.
She's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast.
A blast? I could use more specifics.
You didn't hear it. Shook our camp good, so we came for a look.
I'm in dire need of healing. Where is this camp?
Northwest. Look for Nettie. Whatever your wound, she can mend it.
And be careful. There are goblin traps everywhere.
Nymessa, come.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
Say please.
Never.
Come on, Lazel. Do they care if, like, I do it while they're still here?
Hear goblins before you see them.
As you say.
Someone there?
Still alive. So that's... The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
Shadowheart has an interesting, like, moral thing, considering she literally, like, worships Shah. Do you know what I mean? A simple thank you wouldn't go amiss.
You may as well suggest a wyvern bow to worms. The cure I offer will suffice as thanks.
I assume in that analogy I'm a worm. Wiggly little worm. Alright, let's journey together. Let's find this crash.
You are full up. Dismiss your weakest warrior.
Oh, wait, at my camp will speak that.
Very well, but heed my words. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. I must interrogate this Zoru. Our very lives depend on it. I will be at your camp. Do not keep me waiting.
I mean, I'll be honest, I'll have nightmares if I don't.
More for me.
Okay, we're good spell-wise, so I think we're 1000%
Breathe deep.
going clear. I know, we don't want to... What level are these? Level 2.
Be rich? Of course I want to be rich, but not if you get...
No, we'll go clear the grove first. That's a safer option. And we'll come back to that. Obviously, we need to... Yeah, when I first played, I thought the GIF looked really weird. I don't think I could have like...
I hear shouting up ahead.
I don't think I could have a main character as a
We should check it
GIF.
out, but be careful.
I normally go... No, let's play it safe. Let's not be silly. I always find that they look like they do and then they insult your nose and whatnot. I find that really funny though.
Open the bloody gate!
Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders!
That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now! You let goblins here? Where is the Druid? Please! There's no time!
By the 9 hells! Open the gates!
I feel bad. I've betrayed Zevlor in the last 3 playthroughs. I'm your friend this time, I promise.
Get him! No! Shit! Form a line!
Damnable roach! Provoke the blade! And suffer its sting.
That's such a bad entrance for Will. I agree about Zevlor. The only thing that I have is imagine you were in charge of keeping all the kids and everything safe, and then 3 idiots come back and bring them all back. Yeah, change the dice. We'll long rest after this. Oh, did you miss? Oh, that was a bit negative. Right. Sneak attack immediately. 10, have that. Hold shift just to see if there's anywhere I can hide, which isn't... I could go down here. Hide. I always find it weird how none of the druids are like actively helping to defend this place. I know, but I really want to turn into a bear and like maul them. Like, I'm a creature of like, what's the word?
Swiftly now.
I play games very, very funny where it's like if it doesn't fit my narrative, it's like it's not happening.
By sickle and sword, strike them down.
Yeah, Will's cool.
Scout! Get to the high ground! Raiders! Charge them bastards! For the absolute!
Although the bit that I'm going to be scared of is when it comes to like the goblin bosses. I don't really know the best way to do this. To do the goblin bosses. So this is how we're going to start every fight with our druid. Where we cast something like Fairy Fire. It does affect allies as well. We have to keep that in note. Who's Bath? Bath one of the good guys. So I don't really want to... I can't really see. Yeah, Bath's one of the good guys. I'm okay if he fails, like if he passes. So yeah, I'm fine with that. So that casts on everyone apart from the allies, which is cool. So for 10 turns, any attacks against them have advantage. That does include... Oh no, it's still hit our friends. La la la. And then we're going to go Wild Shape. Cat. I'm going to misclick Cat once and it's going to be hilarious. So Spider has 20. I'm going to go Spider one more time because I want to see if Spider does poison damage. And I didn't get to witness that. Can I not? Okay. Well, why is the pathing going weird? Is it because I'm so big? Yeah, I think it's because I'm so big. Okay, that's fine. Enter.
Concentrate.
Right, Shadowheart is then going to move here.
Press on.
Heart opening is pretty much, especially early game, going to be Bless. Yeah, because I don't know how gearing Druid works. Like, I heard someone say gear will actively tell me if it works in Druid form, because a lot of gear isn't going to. But like Long Stride, the amount of movement we have is very cool. Very cool. Oh, it's so miserable for me. Okay, I'm going to dash around here. God, that is crazy movement. Didn't really need to hide for this to start. Oh no, I suppose you did. Then you can get a sneak attack off. Nice. Because Grease isn't a concentration, is it now? The AI just owning me with Grease. Just want my spider to get into combat. That's a... Yeah, jump out of that. Then Firebolt.
On my honor.
I didn't really care to use it that. Will. Oh, there was another character that I didn't love to start with and then grew to really, really like him. It's just warlocks I struggle with a little bit. And then made a warlock character, dumb. Oh, wow, look at that movement. So I'm actually just going to jump my spider straight in just because I really want to see how it works. Venomous bite. Bite a target and possibly poison it. 4 to 11. So I do think spider is my DPS option. I need to have a look at wolf and see how that is. But the spider's got like 2 hit points more than wolf, so the wolf might have more movement. So
Got to keep fighting.
just trying to jump out the grease. Then Sacred Flame. Nice. Astarian come over here. It's like early on, Astarian is so powerful. I mean, he is if you build him correctly, isn't he? Oh. They did. I don't know why it zooms in so much. It's done that for ages. It's obviously something I've done. Do Firebolt. A little bit better next time, go. Eldritch Blast. Nom. So how does web work? I can it's just a cast. Okay. Well, it's weird because when I first got the game, it never did the sudden zoom. Spend spell slots to regain hit points. Okay. Does it say how many? So this is all for science. I'm just learning Druid and whatnot. It's weird it doesn't say. Does it say here? Yes, it does. So 1 spell slot, 1d8. It's not too bad. But let's do web. Didn't hit him. Cool. Oh, that's a shame. No, when it first came out, did I get it on day dot? No, I didn't get it on day dot. So I was a bit nervous. It might not be good. Especially with the amount of disappointing games. But yeah, it didn't do it, but I don't mind the zoom in. It's just it zooms in so much. It's just weird. I don't hear anyone else moan about it, so I just assumed it was me. I go over here. Bonus action hide, sneak attack. 8 damage, very nice. I find Astarian really early level is amazing, but then as we get on, I just struggle with him. Oh, that's me knocked out of Druid form. Problem is once I'm knocked out of Druid form, then it's like pure panic mode.